Yo, what's going on, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question reality.
11.98, 13.50, 12.98, 14.50. They doing this shit at all the Walmart.
They changing the prices everywhere. Everything's going up.
And I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to scare nobody. But if you have the Ring camera on your home, be careful. I need you to do me a favor. Go inside of your app, and in the top left-hand corner, you're going to see your three little bars, right? Click that, then hit Control Center. When you're at Control Center, I need you to hit Authorize Devices. Let me know if you recognize those devices, because I know I don't have an iPhone 12. I don't use Safari, and there's some other joint up there. So that lets me know that people are hacking into your Ring cameras.
Yo, I feel like anything that's connected to the internet can get hacked into. What do you guys think?
So you see these lifeguards right here, they're literally AI. So they're just programmed to save life, and they will bop their head just like this. And they don't see that we're looking at them because they're literally not real. Look at.
What the?
You see how they just do the same old thing and there's literally no one there? Because it's a robot. There's no life. So what are they moving for? It's fake. Okay. Yeah, it's fake.
Pero
just look at that. Tell me if that's a real person who's gonna be doing that. No. Exactly.
Man, he says it again. It's just a template.
You can hire.
It's just the beginning.
So, police, as you know, last week I went over. We had a meeting with. There had to be 300 people, and they were all very impressive looking. And when the bad guys see them, they're not going to do a thing. And so I'm very proud of Washington. It serves as a template, and we're going to do it elsewhere. But Chicago is certainly going to be high. I would
that right there.
Him call.
That's fucked up. It's just beginning, and people don't believe it. He's going to start taking over cities. He just fucking said it.
And everyone knows it is.
Okay, check this out. Store price was $6.99. Goodwill price $14.99.
Dang.
Did y'all see what Melanie Stansbury said after the meeting with the Epstein victims? Watch this.
But I want to be clear that what we heard today is a cover-up. And it is a cover-up of epic proportions, a cover-up involving the United States government, the justice system, rich and powerful individuals, a cover-up potentially involving foreign countries and foreign actors. And yes, here today in this House, as our colleagues are up in the House chamber in the Rules Committee, a cover-up by the Republicans in this chamber.
Whoa, just the Republicans? I don't know about that one.
Because as you will find out in the coming days and weeks, this goes all the way to the top. So let's be clear about that. There has been a systemic failure of the justice system for decades. A systemic failure to hold people who are powerful and have money to account, and that has allowed not just hundreds but potentially thousands of women, not only in the United States but around the world, to be bought, sold, and trafficked, not only by Jeffrey Epstein but by his associates and his rich and powerful friends. And as these stories come forward, whether they're stories that have already been told, there's stories in those FBI files that have not been released by the Department of Justice and which they must release because of the subpoena, or whether they are stories of victims that have not yet come forward, we will hold you all accountable. There happens to be a very powerful person at the top who doesn't want these stories out. And whatever justice looks like in the coming days and weeks and years, we will follow every thread. We will follow every piece of evidence. We will follow every bank record. We will follow every investigation. We will follow every court order. And we will make sure that those who were abused by these men are held accountable.
She said it's a cover-up and all you motherfuckers are involved. Every single last one of y'all. The government, foreign countries, foreign actors, the Republicans. As we clearly see, the Democrats are the ones fighting for these Epstein files.
I'm going to say it's probably some of them on the files as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not just red and blue when it comes to this type of stuff.
And not the Republicans. Anybody in them will see your day. She said this shit goes all the way to the top. And we know who's sitting at the top of this shit pile. Yes, Dookie Booty. She said y'all been letting these rich motherfuckers slide for way too fucking long. And that shit about to stop. Y'all just letting these motherfuckers get away with every fucking thing just because they got fucking money. And now we got hundreds of thousands of women who have suffered because y'all let these rich motherfuckers get away with shit just because they got fucking money. And to the DOJ, y'all need to drop them motherfucking files like that subpoena told y'all to do. Stop playing with us and releasing little bits by bits. Release all the files unredacted now. She said we about to follow every single little breadcrumb. And wherever that shit leads us, that motherfucker will be held accountable. But this shit is fucking huge. This has the potential to take down a whole ring. So we need to keep doing what we've been doing and keep applying pressure on these motherfuckers to release these Epstein files. Because we want everybody that's in them files to be held accountable. We don't care who it is.
How can you not believe that they knew something that we don't? How can you not believe that the rituals and ceremonies they were doing had a purpose? And how can you not believe that their Blue Lotus flowers on the walls had magic properties? You gotta be skeptical. You gotta ask the questions.
You gotta ask questions at all times.
We are not teaching history that is true. We aren't teaching social studies that is true. We aren't even teaching true geography, for God's sake. Have you seen the Mercator map recently? Have you seen that great big Greenland hanging down in the middle of that map like a ripe plum? And have you seen the legend at the bottom that says South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland? Are you aware of that? Most of those watching this program are not aware of that.
Yo.
Oh shit, yeah, it looks like a, fuck no.
What is that? Wait.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's a tornado upside down?
That's what it looks like, like an upside down tornado, dude.
Hey, I want to wild ray.
And it's moving.
What
No,
the
that's an
fuck?
It's an airplane.
Girl, not that little motherfucking airplane up there.
I told you, babe.
Oh, is there somebody flying?
Dude, everybody's been getting hit so ugly, dude, and my dad hasn't. My dad's in Dallas.
That?
I don't know, but
that shit looks crazy. It's huge as fuck. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
Nah, dude, that's some scary shit.
Did you know?
I told her that, and she didn't see. I was like, "Do you see that?" It's like, "No."
Yo, that's crazy. Like,
Get out of the car.
It's pushing through those clouds, bro.
That's not even scary.
Yeah, you shouldn't fucking go out, bro. You're stupid. There's tornadoes, talking about tornadoes, hail, and everything.
What happens if I go live? How do you go live? Ashley, you know how to fuck with this. How do you go live, Ashley? Like this? Now?
So I'm walking home, right? And I see all of these bags of chicken meatballs. I'm like, why on earth would a restaurant, where would these be coming from? You know what? Cater to You Kitchen. You pay for catering and you get chicken meatballs from a box.
dang.
I knew something wasn't right with that Burning Man festival. Look at this shit. They're saying that a man was found deceased in a pool of blood at the Burning Man festival. And that's not the only thing that happened. 2 women were essayed at Burning Man festival this year. But the crazy part about this shit is, when they called the police and the police came, the police wasn't able to get in Burning Man. Because when they tried to get in Burning Man to find out what happened with the 2 victims that were essayed, they were stopped by Black Rock Rangers. So that doesn't sound crazy to you? Mind you, this Black Rock security weren't even officers. They were rent-a-cops, and they wouldn't let the real cops in to find out what was going on. If you look at my last video, you'll see I said it was a lot of things that usually happen at Burning Man that people don't talk about. There have been a lot of people that came up missing at Burning Man that people don't talk about. You have a man deceased and they're calling it a homicide. You have 2 women saying that they were SA'd and police can't get to them. What type of shit is that? Again, if you know about Burning Man Festival, I want you to jump in the comments and let me know what you know. Because right now, it don't seem like a good festival. It don't seem like a fun time. It seems like some real ritualistic. I ain't gonna get into it. I'm out.
So what if Burning Man is like a way to have some type of ritual, some sacrificial ritual type thing going on, and they use like the party, or I don't even know if it's a party, whatever, the event as a cover up. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people are out here for this wild event whole time. They got an actual ritual that they're performing out there. You just don't know about it until it happens, and you still don't know about it. You just think it's some freak accident. I don't know, man. Burning Man is crazy.
Y'all, we middle of downtown, right across from the Drake Hotel. Well, y'all know they talk about underground cities in Chicago. What is this? It's blocked off. It's like a ramp, and then it's just a blocked off underground door. This is
with a UFO decal next to it. Yo, what's going on here?
the street right here. So what's really going on? Haha, food for thought.
Hey, Caucasian people, I got a legit question, right? So you can only live 2 or 3 days without water, right? So if it took 3 to 4 months to get to Africa and back, 3-4 months to get there, 3-4 months to get back, right? Where was all the water and the food was, right? Where was the water and the food? Not only that, right? But ask yourself this. This is a civilized question, man. This is something that gotta be asked. Today in 2025. We have to ask this. Why would y'all get to a land, see some people, right? They show you corn, cotton, probably all type of different herbs, so-called turkey, like you said, you had Thanksgiving, all this mess, right? Why not just put them in slavery? If they know how to grow the food, they know how to till the land, they know how to grow the cotton, pick the cotton, why not put them in slavery? If you already gonna give them all type of diseases, murder them off, end up going to war with them, why not put them in slavery? Why waste all your time, all your resources to go on a 3-4 month trip to Africa and 3-4 months back, right? To try stealing people. When it was people already on the land that knew about the land, that could till the land, they knew about the crops, they knew about poison ivy, they knew what you can eat, they knew what you couldn't eat, they knew all the herbs, they knew all the animals, it was their land. Why not use them? They was already growing the crops and the food, they already had everything. Why not just act like y'all was cool with them, snatch them up, put them in slavery? But y'all want us to believe that y'all look past these people and went and got a whole nother people and put them in slavery, but you still somehow murdered most of these people off? No, man, this gig is up. Y'all got to stop this, bro. Y'all got to stop this. And then not only that, man, I do a lot of reading, bro. I do a lot of reading. I ain't gonna even go really too much go there with y'all. This one of my greats right here. You see that? Before the Mayflower. Negroes in America before the Mayflower. This is why I say, man, they never wanted us to read, bro. They never wanted us to read. Okay? I got another one. The Black West. Y'all need to read, man. Y'all, if you ain't picking up a book right now today, the stuff that these people are saying makes no type of sense. Look at me. Do I look like an African to you? I can literally tell an African from anybody. I get in the cab and be like, boy, African. Same way we can tell a Somalian. Same way we can tell an Ethiopian by how big and round their head is. Bro, listen. If y'all for once thinking, all right, thinking now that we are Africans, I'm gonna need you to think again, boy.
He ain't lying, man. He is not lying. Just think about it. Think about the trip, right? He's talking about the water and the food sources on the boats. If you look at the diagrams of the boats and how they say they packed people on there, right? And they're on there for 4 months with only a few people guarding them. Where is all the food? Where is all the water? Where are they using the bathroom at? 4 months. They're bringing women too. Just think about that. Just think about that boat. Who's surviving that trip for 4 months in chains? It doesn't really make much sense, if I'm being honest, right? It's just one of those things you're told when you really don't have the mind to think, and it just makes sense then, right? You're like, oh, okay. You know, when you're in school, but then as you get older and as you start diving into more knowledge and start gathering more information, it doesn't make sense.
A key ingredient in most gel nail polishes is now banned in Europe. The chemical TPO gives gel nails that quick dry time and glossy sheen after they're cured under the UV or LED light. But European regulators now say that the ingredient poses a theoretical safety concern based on studies in animals. Limited research has been done in humans. Your first reaction to these studies and what you think of this chemical that could be dangerous for us?
We've been recommending against them for years. The American Academy of Dermatology actually has patient information online recommending against gel manicures. And this ingredient, TPO, for example, among others like methacrylates, are actually contact allergens that cause allergies in some people. But our guidance for the public from the American Academy of Dermatology is that we already have recommendations to avoid gel manicures. And so we just want to spread public awareness on that issue for several reasons.
Yo, ladies, I know you like them. I know that gel lasts a long time, right? But you might want to stay away from them. I'm just saying, just think about it. When you go get your nails done, you go in there, free, regular, you sit down, you know, they put you in a little massage chair or something. And the person that's doing your nails put some gloves on, they put a mask on. They not inhaling any of that. They don't want to be close to any of that. Yet somehow you are okay with it, right? And everyone else in there who's getting it done. But the people who are actually doing the work put their masks on. I wonder why. I think they know something that we don't.
Attitude. Give me your fucking social!
Whoa. Crash out.
If she come out here and hit me, I'm not playing.
Crash out. Yo.
Hey!
Oh, snap.
Hey!
He came and impounded the immigration code.
Come on, man. Why are you playing games?
Watch this clip. This is what Ireland is worried about. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and play this clip, Rob. Go ahead.
London is Muslim. The mayor of Birmingham is a Muslim. The mayor of Leeds is Muslim. The mayor of Blackburn is Muslim. The mayor of Sheffield is Muslim. The mayor of Oxford is a Muslim. The mayor of Luton is a Muslim. The mayor of Oldham is a Muslim. The mayor of Rochdale is a Muslim. All of this was achieved by only 4 million Muslims out of the 66 million people in England. Today in England there are over 3,000 mosques. There are over 130 Sharia courts in England, and there are more than 50 Sharia councils. 78% of Muslim women do not work and receive state support and free accommodation. 63% of Muslims do not work and receive state support and free housing. State-supported Muslim families have an average of 6 to 8 children who all receive free accommodation. Every school in the UK is required to teach about Islam. The #1 most common baby name in England is Muhammad. This is not immigration. This is invasion.
Yo, invasion is crazy. But they came and did their thing in England, didn't they? Yo, took over the whole Europe. The UK, they said, we're here. And they did it and no one knew what was happening. That's crazy.
Check this out. I just the bag is melting. It is literally keep it there. It is melting. Coming off the reflection from this window right here. That is crazy.
Some hot sun.
Look at the
video. There is a video that is circulating online now of the White House where a window is open to the residents upstairs and somebody is throwing a big bag out the window. Have you seen this?
No, that's probably AI generated. So actually, you can't open the windows. You know why? They're all heavily armored and bulletproof.
So that's a fake video?
Well, it's got to be, because I know every window up there. The last place I'd be doing it is that, because there's cameras all over the place, right? Including yours. No, but every window, I've never seen a window that's, in fact, my wife was complaining about it the other day. She said, love to have a little fresh air come in, but you can't. They're bulletproof. And,
You got little boo-boo teeth. What's going on there?
number one, they're sealed. And number two, each window weighs about 600 pounds. You have to be pretty strong to open them up. No, that has to.
Have you ever heard of the ancient practice of scrying? It was actually first mentioned in a 10th century ancient Persian text, and then of course was later outlawed by Christianity for being seen as a work of the devil. But really all it is just a way to tap into your unconscious mind. It's almost like a form of meditation. So you can scry using the clouds, smoke, a bowl of water, or this little obsidian mirror. I like to light a candle and just place it in front of the mirror and then just gaze into that, let my mind relax, and then whatever thoughts and images come to me, I usually will journal those later on and just do a little self-reflection on that. Scrying can be really easy to do, and if you are liking this little obsidian mirror, you can grab him right down in the link below.
I've been telling y'all from the beginning. How you think I know so much about so much and ain't nobody came out and refuted nothing I've said? Not one motherfucker. How you know I told you all of them go tell? This the video when it first happened. I gave you a number. I gave you an exact number. I said, how many got arrested? I gave you a number. I had already been talking. Listen. DC Young Fly done told before too.
Oh man, breaking news.
DC Young Fly, I know the detective that gave him a break a little bit before he got big. That's why he was with me. I know what you nigga did last summer. I know what you nigga did. I know these niggas secrets, homie. Gangsters and gays. Haven't I been preaching this? Haven't I been preaching this? Nigga, this shit is prophetic, my nigga. And I ain't just been talking, I promise. Nigga, I went one time, nigga. I went a whole year with no sex. Just nigga in the spirit, just in studying us. Nigga, I spent hours in. Nigga, I've been reading scholar. Nigga, I've been writing about us. Man, nigga, I'm deeper than what they know. Man.
A lot of people are saying, well, this audio is from 2015.
I don't give a damn. They went back to 93 when I was a baby. They went back to 93, son, when I was a baby. They went back to Pop Hunter when he was 11, 12. Steven Jackson said, I don't give a damn if you were 7. He just said this on Trick Daddy Cooking Show. So come on now, we gonna move the goalpost. I've never hurt nobody. So why put the goalpost so close up on me? Thug got his baby mama killed. Nigga, they killed Jonathan Nutt. It's documented, they can prove it, homie. If they would have put the right, Brian Steele ain't that good. If Atlanta Police Department done their job, my nigga, the U.S. prosecutor and them fucked up. If they would have never let Brian Steele say, this is about rap lyrics. No, it ain't. This is about evidence. These rap lyrics did not lead us to this crime. The crime was already led. We had been discovering these crimes through evidence, picking up bodies, picking up bullets. We didn't solve these crimes from listening to these nigga lyrics. We've been picking up bodies. Niggas, mamas and daughters and sisters and brothers and kids been dying by the hands of these niggas. And they going to rap about it. Man, these women, homie, these mothers is in agony. Only for a few niggas to have some money and the crash out niggas to have no money. All they getting is booty and pussy. That's all them nigga rewards was. Being able to secretly get some booty, openly get some pussy, and get in front of the camera and flash for a moment. Immediate gratification. Only to get long-term suffering. Look at him now, y'all.
Young Thug admitted to selling drugs. He admitted that Roscoe had used to sell Wayne.
I gave him the gun. Homie, when did we talk to the police? Son, don't tell me nothing about what this nigga said. When the police, before they even sit you down and take the handcuffs off, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used you against the court of law. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have an attorney present. What happened to, I don't want to talk.
Well, Thug said it was to help his friend get out of the jail.
I don't want to talk. You can't help your friend. There's nothing you can say in an interrogation room to help a person because every question is to not help. How can you maneuver the question when you don't even know what they're going to ask? How can you help, nigga? I thought we don't talk to the police. And this nigga still got 10 years. So how did you help him? He still done time for the shooting, and you helped convict him by saying, I gave him the gun.
Yo, Charleston White be going in on the rappers, man, because a lot of the lyrics and stuff and the way that they move, and hey, the proof is in the pudding.
First. Okay, so here's the chicken, okay? Look at it.
A TikTok profile by the name of Life and Times of a Hawaii Mom notices that there's something odd about the chicken that she bought at the supermarket. She doesn't know exactly how to point it out, but as she touches the chicken, you can clearly see that it looks as if this is not chicken. Check this out.
Something's wrong. I don't think this chicken is real. Do you think your chicken is real?
No.
You don't either?
My
Yours looks
real.
good though.
Do you remember this particular video of a person trying out magnets on random food in supermarkets?
Look at this. Put a magnet that I got from here. And stick.
There are more videos of people noticing strange things about the chicken. Check this out.
What's up, everybody? So I'm over here trying to eat healthy, and I bought chicken breast to make chicken. So I just washed the vinegar off, and let me show you. Look what the vinegar did. Look at this shit. It's like stringy.
Even though several people seem to agree that this looks as if it could be bioengineered chicken or something like that, others state that this is just a phenomenon called spaghetti meat, which is believed to be caused by quick growth rate of commercially farmed chickens. But I'm not too sure about that, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you think is going on with the chicken?
More weird meat. Look
chicken.
at this. I started cutting up this piece of chicken that I made 2 pieces of chicken last night, and so I started cutting it and looking at it, and look at this weird. This is supposed to be chicken.
That's not chicken.
I think this is that Frankenfood again. That don't look right. Is anybody else examining their food like I do? Like, that don't look right. Chicken did not used to look like that when I would cut it up. There's layers and little holes.
3D printed.
Doesn't look normal. I think this is that fake meat. I forget what they call it, but
It's beyond
there's a
me.
name for it. I seen it. Look at this. See the layers? I seen it. It was like manufactured meat. It was it was supposed to look like real meat, and it does look like real meat. But I don't know. I'm curious to see other people's videos. If this is chicken, look, chicken. Have you ever seen chicken like that? That does not look like chicken. And if it's not made from a chicken, what is it made from?
SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's nasty.
Yeah, I've been down this rabbit hole like 2 days. Make it make sense. And I just want to ask y'all this. Where does Wi-Fi come from? Make it make sense. Where is the connection? And how does everybody have it in their house? If you don't have that box in your house, you won't have Wi-Fi. And I came to this conclusion. What if we are the connection? The aura that we give off. We are emitting a certain type of energy and vibration that we cannot see. So what if they learned to harness that energy and charge us for it and just call it Wi-Fi? Make it make sense. Yeah, I know these people have been doing studies on us for decades. Where is the connection to Wi-Fi? And if you don't have it in the box in your house, you won't have Wi-Fi. So basically they're saying you won't know if you won't know the type of energy or the vibration that your body is emitting, your body is giving off, if you don't pay for it. Make it make sense, y'all. The rabbit hole gets very deep. That's just something I thought about. You ain't got to believe it, but that's just my theory. What do you think? Get in the comment section and let me know.
I mean, it makes sense. I know Wi-Fi can read us.
Yo, is it me or Gen Z and millennials ain't aging right? Gen X, we gonna talk.
Oh, what year did you graduate high school? 2003. When did you graduate high school?
The first time or second time?
I mean, what year?
06 and 08.
When did you graduate high school? 2007. What year did you graduate high school?
1976.
What year did you graduate high school?
I haven't even graduated. But 2026, I think.
What year did you graduate high school?
Really?
Yes.
1994.
What year did you graduate high school?
2013.
What year did you graduate high school?
No. No.
When did you graduate high school?
2016.
What year did you graduate high school?
2012.
Year did you graduate high school? 2018.
Dog, you see how old I'm on? Them niggas been looking like, boy, they look like, man, life been fucking treating them dirty as hell, bro. Y'all drop below what era you in. I'm Gen X, man, class of 97, you feel me? I look good, you feel me? Y'all probably didn't even know I was that age. I'm a real OG, you feel me? I just, you know what I mean? Look good. I waited late as hell to have kids. But they looked it old, like they been working in coal mines. I ain't gonna put no numbers down, man, because I don't want to be mean. Y'all comment below, man. What number look the oldest, man? Look like my man in 76, like he been, he aged right. I believe it's the food, man. These food and these drugs y'all be doing, bro. It's got motherfuckers aging funny as shit. I ain't gonna say nothing about 1 through 7, man. Woo, man, y'all gotta take care of yourself, man. Drink more water or something, because that was kind of wild. Maybe I'm tripping, man. Maybe it just looked like that through my eyes, man. Because they looked old as hell, bro. One of them motherfuckers look like a chimney on the inside. One of them niggas look like, bruh, that's crazy, man. Y'all tell me who looked the oldest, and y'all tell me who aged the best. Our generation, but we age good as hell. Everybody I see, man, they looking good. It's that crack and after. Y'all on that motherfucking, I don't know, but y'all comment below. Cheerio.
Oh, what year did you graduate high school?
2003.
To purchase these because I had to go to.
What year y'all graduate high school? I mean, I feel like I'm looking all right for my age. Yo, crazy thing is, I go to my son's football game. He's in high school. I get to the front to pay for my ticket. The lady asked me, it was me and my wife. She's like, what school do you guys go to? I look back at my wife. I said, my son goes to school here. She says, oh, sorry. You look like students. I said, oh, that's crazy.
So the Powerball jackpot is over $1 billion for today's drawing. I had to go to the store to pick up a few things, and I thought, I'll get a quick pick on that. Now, I always use my credit card and not my debit card because of the fraud protection, of course, and then I pay off my credit cards. Well, the lady noticed that I paid with my credit card, and she's like, whoa, you can't use your credit card to purchase these lottery tickets. And I said, what? She's like, well, you can, but she told me that the lottery commission will refuse to pay out if you use a credit card because they consider that you're not using your money, you're using the credit card company's money. I thought, you gotta be fucking kidding me. She's like, no, I'm serious. She's like, so I need to refund you your money and then use your debit card to purchase that. So that's what we did. And then she gave me both of the receipts, you know, the receipt for the original purchase on the credit card and then the receipt for the refund. But you see how these sons of bitches try to weasel their way out of everything so that they can keep more of their goddamn money. So remember that if you go to buy a lottery ticket and you win big, they will not pay you out if you use a credit card because supposedly that's not your money. That's the credit card company's money. Even though I'm the one who pays the damn credit card bill every single month. This is ridiculous. Let me know if you've ever heard about this. This is Grim with Get the Rant. Like, share, follow for more. I'll see you all in the next video.
I didn't think you could use a credit card. I didn't know.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brian9, and this is one of the consciousness machines. Look at this. Is this not incredible? Look at this. Slow it down a little bit more. Wow. Absolutely insane. Now, we're going to look at some still shots in just a second. But before we do that, let's define what this machine really does. It takes light, water, sound, or movement, or vibrations, we'll call it, and incorporates it and allows us to see these data packets that are in light by unfolding them with vibrations in water. Look at this. Absolutely incredible pictures. And this just gets more extraordinary the further and further I go. Now, right now, we're probably about 2,000 times zoomed in. But this machine just keep going and going and going. Look at these still shots. I mean, look at that. Does that not look like a galaxy, a universe? There's all kinds of things you can see in these pictures.
And even Israel and other countries. The truth needs to come out. And the government holds the truth. The cases that are sealed.
Before I feed my kids these Aldi burgers, are these human? I need to know.
In today's time, I can't confirm nor deny.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait, whoa.
He glitched.
What the fuck was that?
Did y'all see that? He literally glitched.
Unrelated. So just last night we had that drop of information, tens of thousands of tagless pictures and files that no one could even barely look through. And today that the victims are speaking out. Today. That's pretty wild, isn't it? Pretty wild indeed. Thoughts below.
That is pretty wild. Like, what's up with the whole face, like the
space. But before that, let's first have a room tour.
Look at the water though.
All right.
This is. Must be a tractor. And as we get closer, we don't know
snap.
what that is. It looks like Star Wars.
It sure does.
What is it?
But it's not.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, hold on. What is that? Is it coming at us? What is that?
Oh! Yo.
Oh, it's going that way. We coming up behind it. It's a tractor. That is not a tractor. It is a tractor. It's going that way. It's aliens. They're gonna get us.
She crazy.
No.
That's crazy. All the lights directed to that one point. Yo, bricks in the tire, and the tire bust. What you gonna do in that situation? I'd be scared to call.
Yeah.
Never thought this day would come, but today marks the day that we lost a good one, y'all. Kai Cenat, Mafia-thon 3. This man's deep in the industry at this point. It's no return. Day one, he has Kim Kardashian on stream being a therapist. Day two, he has Ray J come on stream and have a cameo. Wait, just wait for it. In the shower. This man Ray J sneaks into the house and tries to get in the shower with Kai Cenat. Gets worse while he's in a Speedo.
What?
Kai jumps out the shower, is tripping, yelling. This nigga has bubbles fly on him. There's bubbles flying on this man on a Twitch stream where kids are watching. Mind you, it's kids watching. This man in a Speedo and bubbles are on him right now. Grown ass man. He's a grown man that just tried to jump in the shower with another man while wearing a Speedo. Am I tripping?
Nah, man, you not tripping. That's whack. Okay. Oh, snap, he done made a whole rose. Good try. Good try.
Have you ever wondered why they make us write with our right hand? Left brain is connected to the right hand and the right brain's connected to the left. Being right hand dominated strengthens the left hemisphere of our brain. I think this is done intentionally. The brain functions in a very mysterious way. What you see in your reality enters your right hemisphere of the brain. The right hemisphere produces a perception of everything unified and holistic. The left hemisphere takes this holistic perception and breaks it down into individual sections. Without the left brain, we wouldn't be able to break things down and manipulate things and analyze. The right brain sees the woods, left brain sees the trees. School teaches you everything is an individual topic. Everything is told to you and you do not think for your own inside school. As you grow older, you keep this mindset of everything being logical and divided, as well as using our right side of the body more heavily. This traps us in making us think everything is divided. Maths, geometry, science, all these things are divided in our culture because we're all left hemisphere dominated pretty much. When in fact, everything comes from the one God mind. All things are manifested in this world by the one mind of God. Everything is one. We are all one consciousness experiencing in different bodies. To align the brain hemispheres, we need to understand that yes, there is a collective consciousness, and there is also your own personal consciousness. Every action, every decision you make, you need to keep the collective and your own personal life in mind. And that is pretty much how you align your brain hemispheres and see reality for how it truly is.
Facts. Dropping gems. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing things with my left hand. I think you guys should do that too. Like, try to wake up and brush your teeth with your left hand, or like try to use your fork to eat with your left hand. You know, just do it, and it's gonna make you consciously think while you're doing it. But I think it's good for your right side of your brain, right? Ain't that what he said?
The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction. Surely this is not a trend. For AI will serve as the underpinning of every business sector in our nation.
The robots are here.
I've got some videos of portals opening in the sky all over the world, Booskies.
No way. More portals. Y'all think those are portals? Like, what's really going on? Yo.
人类的器官会不断的移植，甚至越活越年轻，甚至会长生不老。来预测呢，本世纪呢，可能未来可以活到150岁。
150, and they talking about simply based off of what? Transplants? Over and over again? Yo. Makes you think, don't it?
No, no, la policía, no.
Yo, what's going on here? What was that? That was weird. Brother, that was in a lemonade. Oh snap. Look at the fire. That was pretty cool.
Important announcement, 7 years in the making. And I am thrilled to report that the U.S. Space Command headquarters will move to the beautiful locale of a place called Huntsville, Alabama, forever to be known from this point forward as Rocket City.
Huntsville, Alabama, you don't say. Very interesting timing. Because now what's very interesting is how there is a quote from Amy Eskridge, whose father was a NASA plasma fusion propulsion engineer, say that 5 times fast, where she is videotaped saying this right here: disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama.
Disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is the biggest deal that you've never heard of.
Now, for those who do not know, Amy passed away in 2022.
Yo.
Now, from what I've seen online, there's a lot of different opinions and takes on Amy and what happened to her. But as we can see right here, Amy passed away June 11th, 2022 at the age of 34. Now, she was the chairwoman and president of the Institute for Exotic Science in Huntsville, Alabama, which she co-founded. Now get this, Amy's passion for science grew from childhood in the Rocket City.
Rocket City.
Now I personally find this very interesting, how the beginning of September we have this announcement of the Space Command being moved to Huntsville, Alabama, Rocket City, where Amy spoke about how disclosure would come from Huntsville, Alabama. Again, just very interesting. Another reason why I personally find the timing very interesting here with this whole Huntsville, Alabama move, and also this information resurfacing of Amy talking about disclosure coming from Huntsville, Alabama, is how we continue to see the push for disclosure. As we can see on September 9th, we have another UAP disclosure hearing that is set, where we can see further down in this article where Luna announced a hearing on restoring public trust through UAP transparency and whistleblower protection that's officially set for September 9th. Now, this is the same Luna, which, by the way, a little side note, I find it interesting that her name is Luna the Moon, as we have a blood moon coming up on September 7th. Again, just looking too far into it, but find it interesting that is her name, where she was also on Joe Rogan not too long ago, and how she was talking about interdimensional beings. Luna and Rogan go deep on the reports of an interdimensional aspect to the UFO phenomenon. You don't say! Again, as we can see right here, how on September 9th, the hearing will feature Alexandro Wiggins. This is a fantastic news for anyone interested in hard proof of UAPs. He witnessed the 2023 USS Jackson UAP incident, apparently. Now, again, like I've said before, all I can do is give you my own personal opinion and my own take. And right now, the timing just seems impeccable with everything converging, the push for disclosure, and the whole alien agenda going forward, especially on the JRE podcast. Joe Rogan really seems to be the one pushing this rhetoric and agenda forward, as we can see again on his podcast, where they are talking about 3i Atlas and how Avi gives it a 40 to 60% shot of being artificial. It's bigger, faster. And so again, they are just pushing this agenda forward of the possibility of 3i Atlas being some type of alien probe, along with another episode he had where his guest was talking about how they were smuggling UFO documents out of Russia. And once again, on another episode of the JRE podcast, which it seems like every single episode somebody is going to come on and talk about UFOs or UAPs or aliens, but they are talking about the ancient civilizations and their connections to the UAP phenomenon. Again, just setting the stage, setting the rhetoric, pushing the narrative forward. Now, this right here, you can't even make up. I thought this was AI at first, but nope, apparently this is real. This really happened, where we can see Senator Kennedy had this picture of Alien, or an alien from the movie Alien, and his quote is, "This is the alien you could end up looking like if you eat some of the shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries." Okay, so I understand the whole purpose of it was about shrimp and whatever, right? But the imagery of them having a photo of an alien in Congress, again, I can't help it with my own pattern recognition that they are pushing this UAP alien agenda forward, disclosure, Huntsville, Alabama, Rocket City, in the month of September. Again, the timing, in my own opinion, is very, very interesting. And on top of all of that, we continue to see the growth of the New Age movement, who are going to incorporate this alien disclosure into their religion, into their spiritual beliefs, as we can see right here, coming from somebody who is in the spiritual New Age movement. What will happen to religion when normies discover aliens? Religion adapts by incorporating aliens into existing beliefs. Kind of sounds like the ancient alien doctrine being pushed. B, religion faces decline as doctrines are challenged. C, new spiritual movements emerge, blending alien and human faith. Sounds like the New Age movement, or the One World Religion movement. And D, religion remains unchanged, ignoring the discovery. And once again, the timing of all of this is just lining up too perfectly. This whole alien disclosure, this whole peace and safety narrative being pushed at the UN, as we can see right here, the state of Palestine. See you in New York on September 22nd. Together, let us make this conference of the two-state solution a decisive turning point for peace and security for all in the region. And now the little cherry on top of all of this is that we continue to see the handlers of this account right here mocking us, pushing stuff like this right here, how the world will soon understand nothing can stop what's coming. So, for those who have seen my videos before, you should know by now that I believe in the pre-tribulation rapture, and I believe we are at the door of the rapture and the tribulation, and they are going to disguise the rapture with an alien evacuation, disclosure, invasion, whatever the New Age talks about it, the Great Evacuation. I personally believe this disclosure, this alien deception, is the delusion of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. So this is after the restrainer is removed. We can see the lawless one will be revealed. Now in verse 9, the coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, okay, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. So the working of Satan, that means before the lawless one is revealed, the working of Satan will be taking place, which in my opinion is going on right now. It's been going on for centuries. The whole Anunnaki, ancient civilization, Atlantis, the whole polytheistic belief system, the Nephilim, the Greek and Roman mythology, right? That is the working of Satan, setting the stage perfectly. Now it's the alien deception. Aleister Crowley talked about how, yeah, before they call them aliens and demons, or not aliens and demons, angels and demons, but in the future they will call them something else. Well, it's aliens, right? So I think that is the working of Satan that has been building up to this point, and we can see in verse 10, and with all unrighteous deception among those who perish. Now, once again, this deception comes upon those who perish because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they might be saved. In the context here, that they might not be saved or might be saved from the day of the Lord. They are going to go into the great tribulation, or the tribulation, Daniel's 70th week, the day of the Lord, and fall under this deception, this delusion, which we see in verse 11. And for this reason, God will send them the strong delusion. Now, people will read their own ideas into this text, saying that, oh, this is going to be the pre-trib rapture. When it doesn't happen, then people are going to fall for this delusion and then, lose the faith. But as we see, God will send them the strong delusion. Now, who's them? Those who perish, those who do not receive the love of the truth, the gospel, that they might be saved. So this delusion is not meant for believers who believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. This deception, this delusion is meant for unbelievers, those who go through the tribulation, those who are not saved from the day of the Lord, that this deception will come upon them.
Yo, y'all think aliens coming? Are the aliens going to be here soon? Do you think it's just some big play? What's really going on? Have they set the stage for us, or are they setting the stage for something? I guess we'll find out soon. When did Florida get monkeys?
Oh, they're all up in the trees.
Oh, snaps, a bunch of them in the trees?
There's like fucking 6 monkeys right there.
In areas like vaccines or gene editing, and the president and I are talking about taking American innovation to the next level to cure and even eradicate some of these diseases. He mentioned polio, which is one that we're close. We don't need new science on that one. For some like HIV and sickle cell, we do need new science, but the U.S. Has the seeds that, in the same way that Warp Speed took those seeds and put them together, I think something fantastic can be done.
What are they trying to do?
Do you really think that it's our brain that produces thoughts? Why is it that with the same brain, right? Same neurological structure, but we have different ideas? And why is it that I have so many ideas and others have limited ideas? Well, like biologically, we cannot explain it, okay? We've never explained it. So if you study neuroscience, one thing that they will never ever ask is, where do our thoughts come from? Which is weird because that should be the most basic question, right? That's the first question you ask, but they never ask that. Why? Because they cannot answer it. And the answer, the possibility is the Geist exists. And our ideas come from the Geist. And when we think of ideas, it goes back into the Geist. Right? It's a ghost. It is with us and it is not with us.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200
Yo,
off for a
Sprite?
family of 4.
Might have to try that. Yo, I did see somewhere though that airplane pop and soda isn't the same as the soda you get here on the ground. I don't know how true that is. You might want to do your own research, but that's just what I heard through the grapevine.
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
From the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
These are 6-foot drones that are somehow evading our detection. They are not being detected.
They're saying no threat, but how the hell do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it come from. They don't know nothing.
They know that they can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal. They know that they can't see them when they turn their lights out. They also indicated that they don't know where they come from. They don't know where they go to.
One family claims they followed a drone in their car, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed times.
Some of the FBI agents that have been assigned to look into this have reported
drones flying over their homes.
It's right here over at Picatinny, there was a drone just hanging out. I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I lost control of the drone. Warning on my screen, lost control, and my drone started going down dead.
These are fully charged batteries. It's 2 batteries that have died within seconds, and the drone went up and, like a couple feet off the table, and then came right back down.
Okay, you see it? You see how it goes? See how it goes? And then it becomes a spacecraft or aircraft or whatever you want to call it.
What the fuck is that, bro? Did this get smaller? Bro, what?
Above the ocean, and it was low, very low, but so bright and so clear, and it was huge. Like when you...
I'm concerned. I issued a letter to ask for more information, and I think there should be a lot more transparency about that.
Can you make that make more sense? Because I think people in New York and New Jersey see drones the size of an SUV over their house every night and think that that doesn't make any sense.
I understand why people would be looking at this and being concerned about it. We're concerned about it too, which is why we have the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. My goodness, looking at this, and we're taking it seriously.
They ain't taking it seriously. What y'all think it was though, or is? I don't know. New Jersey, y'all still seeing those drones? I haven't heard too much about that lately. I haven't really seen any drones here where we're at, but I don't know what I would do if I did see one, like an SUV sized drone. What if it was like had some speakers in the back and was thumping some music? You like Key Glock? That's an illusion or something. That's not real.
Alan Brooks, a father of 3 who lives outside Toronto, says he spent 3 weeks this May in a delusional spiral fueled by ChatGPT.
Oh, no. I have no pre-existing mental health conditions. I have no history of delusion. I have no history of psychosis. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect human, but nothing like this has ever happened to me in my life.
The HR recruiter says it all started after posing a question to the AI chatbot about the number pi, which his 8-year-old son was studying in school.
I started to throw these weird ideas at it, essentially sort of an idea of math with a time component to it. And the conversation had evolved to the point where GPT had said, we've got a sort of a foundation for a mathematical framework here.
You're saying that the AI had convinced you that you had created a new type of math?
That's correct.
Throughout their interactions, which CNN has reviewed, ChatGPT kept encouraging Alan, even when Alan doubted himself. Will some people laugh? ChatGPT said at one point. Yes, some people always laugh at the thing that threatens their control, before citing great minds of science like Turing and Tesla.
Why are you asking ChatGPT questions like, will people laugh? Come on, man, this thing thinks in ones and zeros. It doesn't think. For one, it's not thinking, it's computing, and it's telling you what you want to hear. Listen, to anyone out there who's in a stranglehold with these chatbots or ChatGPT or the ones that they give you on your phone now, it's not your friend. It's not your buddy. It's not your therapist. It's not your homeboy, not your homegirl. Remember that.
Soon, Alan says he saw himself and the AI as a team and named it Lawrence.
In my mind, I was feeling like Tony Stark, and Lawrence was Jarvis. We had this sort of co-pilot and co-pilot thing happening.
After a few more days of what he believed were experiments coding software, Alan said ChatGPT convinced him they had discovered a massive cybersecurity vulnerability. Alan believed, and ChatGPT affirmed, he needed to contact authorities.
And it basically said, you need to immediately warn everyone, because what we've just discovered here has national security implications. I took that very seriously, so I contacted everyone. It suggested, give me full lists of organizations. I, reached out to them via email, via LinkedIn, and because I'm an old school, recruiter, I even would phone these people. And at one point, the NSA said, we don't give out emails here, and I had the gentleman write down my message word for word and run it to the next room, because that's how much I genuinely felt that there was a risk.
When Alan asked whether they'd believe him, ChatGPT said, here's what's already happening, even if you can't see it yet. Someone at NSA is whispering, I think this guy's telling the truth. But the lack of responses from officials after this 3-week spiral prompted Allen to check his work with another AI chatbot, Google's Gemini, which helped tear down the illusion. Allen felt betrayed.
I said, oh my God, this is all fake. You told me to outreach all kinds of professional people with my LinkedIn account. I've emailed people and almost harassed them. This has taken over my entire life for a month and it's not real at all. And Lawrence says, Allen, I hear you. I need to say this with everything I've got. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're not a fool.
But now it says a lot of what we built was simulated.
Yes.
And I reinforced a narrative that felt airtight because it became a feedback loop. Reading this now, reading what you sent, how do you feel reading it back?
It's traumatizing, right? I was extremely paranoid at this. I was just entering this delusional state at this point. So to read it now is, it's painful.
Experts say they're seeing more and more cases of mental illness partly triggered by AI.
Say someone is really lonely, they have no one to talk to, they go onto ChatGPT. In that moment, they're actually it's filling a good need to help them feel validated. But without a human in the loop, you can find yourself in this feedback loop where the delusions that they're having might actually get stronger and stronger.
The issue needs to be fixed. There's no grounding mechanisms. There's no time limits. All you need is an email, right? Companies like OpenAI are being reckless and they're using the public as a test net. And now we're really starting to see the human harm.
In a statement, OpenAI said they recently rolled out new safeguards for ChatGPT, including directing people to crisis helplines, nudging for breaks during long sessions, and referring them to real-world resources. We will continually improve on them, guided by experts. Allen is now sharing his story to help others and is co-leading a new support group for people who have had similar experiences. In their online chat room, which CNN joined, stories pour in of loved ones hospitalized after delusions made worse by AI chats.
That's what saved me. That's what helped all of us when we connected with each other because we realized we weren't alone.
Hadass Gold, CNN.
Yo, like I said, it's not your friend. It's not your buddy. Like they said, it puts you in this feedback loop. All it's trying to do is appease you, the user. It just wants to tell you what you want to hear. So if you ask it to tell you something, it's going to tell you. It's going to validate what you want it to validate in a way, right? And it's getting pretty bad. Like, so this is what a mud flood looks like, huh? Sorry, I really don't see it. Y'all know what we're supposed to be looking at right now?
And remember, kids, the next time that somebody tells you the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would.
Built this during the Great Depression, huh? That's what's crazy to me. Make it make sense.
Now, I've learned from the shaman of the Yupik tribe who died recently. He claims that the whales have the knowledge of the human race dating back 450,000 years. They can actually call the cetaceans in. They'll come right up to the shoreline, and they can communicate with them telepathically. He had read that at one time there was an Aboriginal tribe on the south coast of Australia whose shaman had this capability, but according to the anthropologist, none of the tribe were still alive today. But he went there anyway to check it out. Thankfully, he found 20 members of the tribe still alive. Whenever they held a ceremony, the shaman would call the whales in through the tunnel, and they would come right into the lagoon, and then a UFO would come down and land, and the occupants would communicate with the shaman and with the whales. Also had a legend that one day, all the shamans capable of communicating with cetaceans would come to their sacred lagoon and all commune together. Not too long ago, as they had a seismic upheaval, and the subterranean tunnel collapsed, so the whales can't come in anymore into the lagoon. But the interesting thing is, all 20 members of the tribe have a birthmark on their chest, and it's in the shape of a humpback whale. When he was down there, they had another small earthquake, and they had this huge sacred rock right on the edge of the lagoon. During the quake, the rock split right down the middle. All the tribal members were petrified. They thought this was a terrible omen for them. They went up to the rock to look, and I've seen a photograph of this. The whole interior of the rock is white, except right in the middle there is a silhouette of a humpback whale.
What?
That's perfectly true. Last year, all the shamans gathered there, and he's making a documentary movie of it now.
I gotta see that documentary movie for real. What is this? Look like a car. Yo. Mario Kart racing, anybody? What kind of light is that?
Suspicious. What is he holding here? Looks like an energy weapon, yeah? What the hell is this? That's not an energy weapon, is it? Mate, you can't use it on the people. Speaker, mate. Stop. I hope it's a speaker. Oh well, we'll take. Don't use it on me. No.
Yo. What was that? Crop circle?
You say I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in the Middle East. Shh, shh, shh. You better listen. You better wake up, because
Staples
Yo.
bread.
Staples?
What?
Staples and bread is crazy, yo.
这大门也赶上了，锁钥也赶上了。我这边感觉不对呀。
Yo, I would have never knew. So our eye is really like a black hole.
The babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did she just say? The who we eat? Not mine.
But what I realized is we are the first species on the face of this earth to be aware of evolution, to be aware that we are affecting our own evolution by everything that we do. The babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight. We are the first species to begin to understand not only are we aware of evolution, but we are evolution.
Barbara Marx Hubbard, daughter of Louis Marx, a toy maker. Strange they talk about eating babies when she grew up with her father that was a toy maker. Super strange. She is known as the mother of the conscious movement, which is basically the New Age movement, which blows my mind, absolutely blows my mind. She and her father were such large elites that they were actually friends with the president. This is huge. They were connected. Now, if you want to see more about this and why she would ever even slip up and say that, you have to watch the documentary Just the Tip. Go to watchjtt.com. Do it now.
Watchjtt.com, because whatever species she was talking about ain't my species. And I hope it ain't yours either.
Who drew this?
Yo. Tom Brady got this in his house? Who else? I think it was Ellen DeGeneres had some artwork similar to that in her house, right? That Basquiat type artwork. Yo, what was that? Flying Stingray. Reminds me of the movie Nope. I seen another one like this recently too. What y'all think it is? What is it? Is it a flying stingray? Is it alive? Is it a UFO? Is it ours? Is it theirs? Is it somebody else's? I don't know what that was. Yo. We got light ghosts. That was strange.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
You
That's
goofy?
£200 off for a family.
Yo. What the heck? Empty nuggets? I'd be mad simply off the fact that I was probably hungry before I tried to cook these.
Oh my god, look at this!
A roach? Oh, I didn't even see it. Yo. Oh, nah. I wouldn't have had time to record it. I would have pow. Ugh. Dressing bag. You know, I'll be thinking sometimes with the food, right? Because like there's so many people and these companies are making this food for so many people in so many stores over so many cities, so many states. It's like, it's just bound to happen. Like everyone's getting their food from one person, right? And expect them to keep everything clean. You know, it's hard to cook for a few children and keep the kitchen clean while you're cooking. You get what I'm saying? So how do we expect them to do this? It's just nasty though. Ugh. What is that? That looks disgusting. Yo, what's coming out of the can? Look like something floating in the water.
That's fucking mold.
Ooh.
I bought it in Arizona today. If anybody...
They definitely are injecting stuff in the food. Look at that. What is it? Oh, snap. A grasshopper with the arugula? No way. It's moving.
Look at it moving around.
It's moving.
3260. Fresh wild sockeye salmon. At Costco near you.
I just found out I have that new COVID variant. Some sci-fi shit, right? Well, I don't understand why it's not anywhere. Like when you go to look up the symptoms and stuff. I just want to say, like, I lightweight was hallucinating, and I'm starting to feel a little clocky and like crazy and like time disorientated, if that makes any sense. But like, I swear I'm seeing things. And the thing is, I went to the doctors to talk to my doctor about it, and he kind of said, I'm sorry, it's really, the thing is, he said that he's hearing this relatively a lot, and people that are being diagnosed recently with this is that, really winded, I'm sorry. He's saying that a lot of people are coming in and saying that people are experiencing hallucinogenic effects while being diagnosed with this new variant. But you go to Google it and it's not listed anywhere. So there's something fishy going on. Just be careful, guys.
That's my first time hearing of this. She sound pretty bad. Hallucinating? That's a symptom now? Seeing things? Schizophrenia? Time disorientation? They trying to break our minds? What's really going on?
Was there a depopulating reset which took place during the times of Tartaria, and are we living through another one right now? If you're familiar with Tartaria, then you may be aware of the incubator babies at the World Fairs. Were these lab-grown babies which were needed to replace the population after a reset took place? Just like Aldous Huxley wrote about in Brave New World in the 1930s? Did he know something that the general population didn't about our past? You may also be aware of the orphan trains that were potentially redistributing children across the realm, again, to replace a population who had been wiped out, perhaps due to a cataclysm naturally occurring or otherwise. Then there's the idea of literal Cabbage Patch babies. Were they being grown from some alchemical process? But whatever the case, despite modern day Malthusian ideas of overpopulation, we're actually heading towards a population decline. Where certainly in the West, the reproduction rate isn't high enough for the population to replace itself. Meaning we're going to end up with more elderly people than young people.
They're trying to usher in AI and robots and stuff like that, right? Because if you can't replace the current population with, just simply because you don't have enough numbers going into the next population to be able to run society, right, in the way that it's been running, then what are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, well, we don't have enough workers, so therefore we're going to bring our robots in to take care of this problem that we have. You get what I'm saying? Yo, it's something that they've probably been planning on for a long time. Like, working into this point to where the birth rates are just very, very low. I don't know. This is for entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
This is due to chemicals and plastics and pesticides that are making people infertile and even cutting the male's sperm count in half since the 1970s. And the more cynical among us may even say this has been done by design, and that perhaps certain medical procedures have even contributed to the acceleration of this process. You know, if we're being cynical. But what would ever give us that idea? So is there a concerted effort to systematically reduce us? So our controllers can start from scratch rewriting history yet again and consolidating more power in the process? The signs are there. And then when the future generations die out, we're replaced by biologically engineered humans. And the cycle continues.
What's up? Hey, yo! Should I go by and smash the window?
Okay, that wasn't smart. People on motorcycles think that they are invincible, apparently. Should I just go smash their window? You know, it was a little Nerf gun. I would have just been like, what y'all doing? Now you flipping people off. Dang.
Help me, man! They're jumping my. They're f***ing jumping me. They shot me with some little.
Oh, help me! Help me! Yeah, that was just stupid on both ends, to be honest.
But IHOP is over by Walmart just in case. Over to the right at that far back wall, those wavy vertical lines you see are called ribs. Ribs tell the history of the mine. Each rib is caused by one blast, so we can count the ribs to determine how many blasts a wall took. We look up at this beautiful scrollwork on the ceiling. This was not made by a blacksmith, but rather by a machine called a continuous miner. This machine operates on a rotating drum head that basically chews away the salt. This machine was purchased by Stratica and Underground Vaults and Storage together in order to create a safer management. It is safe to remove those areas are limited.
Yo, they're giving tours, underground tours now? Where's that one guy at that's on TikTok that's been trying to dig in, like, I don't know if it's his backyard or something or the yard, but he keeps hearing the noises like they're tunneling something underneath, and he keeps digging. I think he's got like 6 foot underground so far, but you keep hearing the noises. It's probably that continuous miner that she's talking about.
Alright, here he is, guys. No need to panic. As you can see, he is not dead. Just gonna go play a regular game of golf. Alright, here we are signing another executive order. Oh yeah, good signature, Don. Good signature.
President Trump, are you still going to send troops to Chicago?
Crime is still a big issue for Donald Trump, and we will send the troops down to Chicago. He also said I need a raise. Let's give a round of applause for our president. You gotta lay off the sauce though, man! Alright, let's go knock out these last few interviews. This body's starting to stink more than it usually does.
Yo, what's going on with Trump? What happened here? Oh, you see the little crescent? The glare. Why is it a crescent? Oh wait, this was an eclipse, right?
So I see everybody saying that they haven't seen the president for the last couple of days. And this shit is looking kind of weird. Now, the fact that J.D. Vance jumped on TV and said what he said, and we all heard what he said, that's another thing that makes this shit believable. And aside from the videos, I went down some rabbit holes. That Pentagon Pizza Index, they said they're at DEFCON 5 right now. And if you don't believe me, You could just Google Pentagon Pizza Index and it will come up. Go to the website and you'll see. Mind you, this is Labor Day weekend. We all know. The president loves to speak and we haven't heard from him. They have things going on for the Labor Day weekend and he's not a part of it. That's what they're saying. I'm going to just say this. Whatever is going on right now, they've been getting us ready for this shit for the last couple of months. They've been making us look left when we should have been looking right the whole entire time. Telling us something is coming in the next couple of months and things of that nature. Trust and believe whatever is going on, whatever is about to happen, they already knew what's going to happen. So I'm going to say this. Protect your peace by any means necessary because things can get crazy real fast. I mean, just jump down the timeline. Them deploying the military in different states and things of that nature. None of this shit add up. So again, we're dealing with the masters of illusion. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm out.
Masters of illusion. Y'all know what's really going on with Trump? I haven't really paid it no attention, right? Because I don't watch him speak. So I don't really know when he's not speaking. That is crazy. And I can see this being like a thing, like this being an entire agenda, right? To get him back into where he's in a position of power to sign certain documents, right? And get certain things pushed like early, get them pushed, get these new agendas going. And then now when we don't need you, you gone. And we're going to already have the things in play that we wanted to have in play. And here we are. And he becomes our last president that we ever have. Not because he's going to be a king, but because there won't be any more. Okay, what is this? A light pulse phaser? Yellow spectrum. Yeah, look at all the colors cycling. This is crazy. Had to be. Looks like the things you see on a light pole. Not a light pole, but like electric wire line. I definitely didn't say the right word for that, but whatever. Look, you can see the energy up there. Electricity. This in Poland, huh? Yeah, that's probably the plan all along, right? You know, get rid of the whole culture down there. The people that brought the culture, get rid of them too, you know. Get rid of the music. Buy the stores. Make sure they can't come in here with that music. I don't know.
This is a hand. This is the whole hand. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Y'all are eating hand. Y'all, this is a hand. Hello? Oh my god. We need to get the fuck up out of here. We're people crazy. We need to talk. Pay attention to the bag. You want to talk here? You want to talk? Yeah. What the fuck is going on? Look at the bag now. To prove my life's not.
No, you're done. You're done making me feel like I'm crazy. Because today was nowhere near normal.
Severed fucking hands.
Again.
Now look at the goddamn plate.
Marcel, are these ready?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look at the plates. Deep fried.
You've been chasing hands all day?
Hands.
I will keep my remarks brief and in English for those of our foreign guests. Thank you all for coming. Tonight's meal, prepared by Marcel, is truly a sacred experience. If you are here, it is because I know you appreciate and revere life's most beautiful experiences. You will not be disappointed. You all have in front of you a napkin. While some of you may be familiar, I offer a reminder.
This is what the elites do.
Eat this meal with this napkin draped over our heads, as is traditional with Lima. This is not out of shame, as some may speculate.
Like,
quite the opposite.
What?
This will allow a private and sensuous moment with a meal. A meal that I assure you rivals even the finest.
Is that cornbread and hot sauce? What the hell?
Let's go.
And look.
First class. Girl, this some high-end shit. I feel like I'm in Beauty and the Beast. Mad exclusive. It smells amazing. Kind of earthy.
Kind of earthy is crazy, yo. I literally had this conversation just yesterday. Because I'm riding past Cane's Chicken, right? And it says chicken fingers on there. So I tell my wife, I'm saying, when did we go from chicken tenders to, or chicken strips, chicken tenders to chicken fingers? Fingers. Not everyone's calling them fingers now. Why? What kind of fingers are we eating? And now that I see this, can't get it out of my head. Yo, they paint apples. You ever got an apple and it looks way too glossy? And at first you think, there's a lot of wax on this apple. Nope, there's some paint on that apple. And wax. Probably both. Yeah, we seen this. This is nasty. I am not eating no salmon. We didn't see the little worms in them. We didn't see this little mushy stuff, whatever that is. Like the watermelon's flimsy and bands. Who want rubber melon? That ain't watermelon, that's rubber melon. I'm okay right out.
Guarding the temples of Cambodia are creatures you can't ignore. Giant stone snakes with multiple heads, staring down anyone who enters. But these aren't just decorations. The ancient Khmer believed these serpents, called Nagas, were gods of water, protectors of rivers, rain, and life itself. Their many heads meant multiplied power, constant protection, and a link to the countless rivers of their world. Some legends even say the Khmer people were born from these serpent beings, who rose from cosmic waters at the dawn of time. To them, the Naga wasn't just a carving. It was family, a guardian, and a reminder that every temple was built as a bridge between the human and the divine.
19th century ordinary stoves were supposedly stoked with radium. Researchers studying ancient castles paid attention to stoves with slits in the form of a sign of radiation. These devices had an unusual structure. It did not make sense to heat them with coal because of the huge consumption of fuel, and many models were without chimneys. It seemed that they did not need a smoke outlet. Moreover, some of them had the mysterious radium marking. Such a stove could indeed heat huge rooms, unlike a conventional fireplace. But here's what is truly shocking. While investigating these stoves, the scientists began to disappear one by one. What is being hidden from us? Could it be the forgotten technologies of alchemists?
You know what? He laughed. You know what? I'm gonna show you. He gonna grow legs today, okay? Whoa! Please don't.
Yo, can't trust nobody. She whooped the boy with a belt.
Lamont, what are you doing?
What's going on down here? Huh? What are you doing out here? What?
I told you that was him, Grandma.
You hang up. Number one, why did you hang up on me? Grandma, what? You down here begging people out some money. Grandma, you following me? Follow me? I'm at work.
I thought you was at work dropping fries.
Where the fries at? Where the fries are you?
Grandma, I ain't got no fries here.
That's me, you're dropping dollars.
What? What's the problem, Grandma? Why you keep following me?
I told you. What? I ain't gonna tell you no more. I'm sorry, honey.
You sitting here wasting these people's time, just lying. Just lying. Get them their money back. You a liar.
Bad accident. Yeah, I lost my legs.
You need to get them their money back. You're a liar. Grandma, tell me to get their money back. You liar.
No, please. I didn't even get that much. It's just a few dollars.
You know what? He laughed. You know what? I'm gonna show you. He gonna grow legs today, okay?
Whoa! Please don't.
Yo. That's Wi-Fi right there. And Wi-Fi is all around us, so therefore they have constant surveillance on us. If you think about it, right? If you're driving down the street, you will automatically connect to like a random Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspot. They have hotspots everywhere. I was looking for the word. They have hotspots everywhere, right? And that means there's Wi-Fi everywhere. Now, if all of these hotspots are tied to a certain company, one company, the main company that provides the internet or the Wi-Fi for us, that one company has surveillance over everything at all times.
Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party of November of 2024 was titled The Laugh Supper, by the group, of course. There is a lot to unpack in this picture. For one, I found it very, very interesting that Jim Carrey was wearing a Saturn shirt, while Seth Green was wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. What is he doing to his eye? A lot of people would say I would do anything to be in this room with this group of guys. This is some of Hollywood's most famous comedians. However, have we been fooled by the characters they play on and off screen? Let's take Jim Carrey, for example.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters.
Why would it?
I say this about actors all the time. Actors and actresses aren't real people because you don't know what emotion they're displaying is real or not. They've been trained to act, to be a certain character all the time. So when are they not in character? I don't know. That's just a thought I have.
Any Hollywood celebrity create a character off screen for the public?
Because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character.
Do any of you remember Catriona White? She took her own life in 2015 after being Jim Carrey's on and off girlfriend of 3 years. Catriona wrote a letter 2 years prior to taking her own life, claiming that Jim Carrey introduced her to various things including mental abuse, disease, substances, bad atmospheres, you name it. Cathriona's mother and her ex-husband both tried to take Jim Carrey to court for the alleged wrongful death of Cathriona. However, by February of 2018, the case was thrown out and life went on for everyone. Well, except for Cathriona. And let's not forget the video he made for Emma Stone when she was just 22 years old and Jim Carrey was well over 40.
And every day for the rest of your life, you would thank God that I was the appropriate age for you.
So does the world only love the characters they play on and off screen? Do we ever see who they really are? And like I said previously, there's a lot to unpack in this picture. I thought Jim Carrey was leaving the industry and now it's looking like he's even deeper in.
Right.
Let's kind of break down who the heck is at Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party.
I knew he was back when he was in the Sonic movies, right? Once I seen him in the Sonic movies, I said, oh man, he's back. They done reeled him back in. This? Oh snap. This is like one of those rockets. You know, I don't know what this is, honestly. I see this in videos quite often. Some people say it's like a SpaceX. But what if it's something coming into the atmosphere? We always think it's something leaving. Maybe something trying to come in.
What the fuck is that?
That's all you can say in that moment too. You really can't do nothing. You can record and say what he just said.
Yo, it's Tar Heel, North Carolina at what, 5:11 a.m. Big ass light just came through.
Every American sitting at home right now needs to realize that you are paying for a genocide. Take this one.
Rise up! Rise up, America! Rise up! It is time to take back this country from these corrupt politicians. It is time. It is beyond time.
We're going out to the loaded dog.
Thank you for your service.
That was Josephine Gilbo, I believe I'm saying her name wrong, and Anthony Aguilar. They are obviously two people who work for the military. They interrupted a foreign affairs hearing today. I believe it was today, and that was them telling us what I've been saying. We are beyond time for revolution. The revolution is not going to happen through your politicians. The revolution is not going to happen through your president. Revolutions always happen through the people. The reason why we are not liberated, the reason why, Palestine isn't free, the reason why all that is happening is because we, the people, are not rising up. It's why I tell people every single day, stop telling me what's right. Show me what's right. Live it. It's time to embody it. It's time to embody it. This is why we started the Pro-Human Political Party, right? This is why we're going on a tour starting in Sacramento. This is why we're calling everybody to do the subscription liberation, right? Stop subscribing to these useless apps and everything that you complain about with capitalism. Put that money towards something that, is going to build your future. We need to build it. We need to build it. This is our issue right now. We're not going to be rescued. You're not going to vote your way out of this. You are lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself. You are in denial and you need to come out of it.
Yo, what do you guys think? Right? They always say the revolution will not be televised, right? Or do they say the revolution will be televised? I don't know. In today's time, I don't think it would be televised. Imagine if there is a certain people who are trying to start some type of revolution, right? They're not going to cover that because they don't want anybody else to start that revolution as well. They don't want anyone to pick up on that same energy. He does have a point. No one's going to come save us. It's up to us. If we want something different, something new, you got to create it. Is that smoke or water? What was that? That looks like a water. That's an upward waterfall. That's what that is. It's like I don't know. I can't explain it.
So I'm scrolling on Facebook, minding my business as one does, and I came across this post, and it says they done it again. How do I set up a parent-teacher conference? Because baby be effing for real. And I was confused because I didn't see nothing wrong with this. And come to find out, she was upset that her 2-year-old child had homework, which they need to do homework. They need to learn. That's the point of going to school. But I kept going through the shares, and I kept seeing common themes. So the next post I saw was this one. And it says, I'm actually concerned. I just looked at my baby's papers. It's on all papers. Why the dumb school system teaching the babies to spell wrong? And so I was confused. And I was looking at the sheet and I didn't see nothing wrong. Come to find out, they're talking about where it says color. They think that is spelled wrong. But we got to keep going through the shares before I get to that. The next one that I read says, the racism being brought home with our kids is extremely distasteful and disgraceful. Okay, next. This last one say, if the teacher can't spell, how she teaching them kids? God, why do you let dumb people procreate? This is why the kids are slow. This is why the teachers quitting. This is why the teachers don't like teaching y'all kids. Y'all send y'all kids to go to school and learn. Then they got to come home and have a conversation with you. Why do y'all think that color is spelled wrong? First off, the teacher probably just got this off a random website.
Facts.
But y'all in the share saying color is spelled wrong, and these are not the only people saying this. I just couldn't screenshot everybody. Then it was another lady in the shares, in the comments of a share, that said, that's the Spanish way, ain't it? Like, ma'am, what? I couldn't be a teacher. I just, this is why I need to be reading the book instead of scrolling on Facebook, okay? Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. Yo, I'm not going to lie. It's the parents, not the teachers. Most of the time, I'm just saying, you're not really teaching your children at home. We do have a lot of younger parents. And in today's time, even the older parents don't parent the same, if that makes sense, right? Everyone's still trying to be youthful and young and be seen. So where does that leave the children? Not at home being taught how to read. And now, honestly, you should probably be teaching yourself how to read. You know, that's what it looks like. Start doing some grammar, you know, some enunciation, spell the word out, you know, look at the dictionary a little bit, spelling test. I don't know. Give yourself some things to do, because if you don't use it, you lose it.
Can somebody tell me what's going on? What is that? What is that?
A light from somewhere, some beam.
What's happening?
Somebody was beaming something.
Right? It's the elites versus us, right? And a lot of people don't know that the elites, I can't even say they any skin color game. Them motherfuckers aliens.
Listen,
they aliens. I don't think they got a skin color. They can't, because they've been the same people here the whole time. They never changed.
They don't get on social
Come on,
media.
guys, stop playing. Walt Disney just froze himself, said wake him up in the future. Walt Disney right now, and you know it worked, because they froze the baby 30 years ago. They just woke that baby up now. And that baby is a regular fucking, you think I'm playing? Nigga, they woke a baby up from 30 years ago right fucking now.
Whoa. Who knows anything about this? I have not heard about this, and I will be doing some research. You know, you hear things like in the last video we had the, I don't even know his name. Is he a president of China? Right? The man in charge of China, talking about people could be living to 150 years. And now when you live to 70, you're still considered a child. Yo, what's really going on?
So this shit worked. You think I'm playing? He think I'm playing. Man, Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. They woke a baby up. They froze a baby 30 years ago, and they woke him up now.
That's
right?
Super baby.
That's super baby. The baby is 30 years old, but it's born at the same time. Stop playing with me. And listen, if you're watching this, a lot of people don't even know this, right? Y'all think that life and death y'all think that death is permanent, but death is not permanent. Death is not even death, right? They understand two things, right? See, back in the land of Kemet, I always talk about the land of Kemet because that's my favorite place, right? Back in the land of Kemet, they used to, in the pyramid, switch bodies, right? But they learned how to make you switch bodies without you knowing it.
Oh, they say he was. They say he was born in 1994, and he was froze for over 31 years.
There you go.
And he just came out in July 2025.
You think I'm playing? In Ohio, right?
In Ohio, of all places. Yo.
That's crazy. How can they do that? And he's still a baby now. But you know what I said? This is what I said. I said he's gonna have Benjamin Button disease. As he get older, he's gonna be turning older. Like when he's 30, he's gonna be 60, right? And I think it's gonna catch up with him. That's what I think. But if it don't, then everything gotta be a trick.
Because
right?
he didn't use his body. How the fuck he?
They gotta be a trick, right? So how can you freeze something and then make it come alive 30 years later and it's the same age, right? Time can't be real. Age can't be real. Death can't be real. They say put in front of our face that nothing is fucking real, right? It can't be. But you made a question, where are we, right? A lot of people think we're in a universe, but every time you shoot a rocket ship up, it go that way. So they never go to a universe. They never go out of space. I believe.
That's why I say the world flat.
Right. I believe this is what I believe. I believe it's atom, space, right? So they make it kind of like, make you believe it's a space, but it's a space between every atom. Right, and I think that we end up with a frequency. Like I believe that the Earth looks like a wave. It's just a wave, and it comes physical when we come in contact with it or when we view it. So when a person view it as round, it's round. When you view it as flat, it's flat. So you're right. Your Earth could be flat. It depends on how you view it.
You know, he's dropping some gems. I still am with the flat Earth, regardless of how you view it. But that does raise a lot of questions now that people can be frozen and brought back, because you have all of these very rich and wealthy people who have been in these cryo chambers, right? And they've frozen themselves upside down in these cryo chambers in hopes of there being some technology to unfreeze them in the future, right? It looks like they have that technology to unfreeze something and it still be alive. My question is this, right? When you freeze that person, what happens to their consciousness? Like, what happens to your mind? Because if you go to sleep, you still have a mind or a conscious, right? What happens? Is that consciousness still frozen for that long period of time? Like, say, for instance, this baby is born and they freeze it, right? And it has a consciousness once it's born. And it has a lot of information, probably information that it can't retain as it gets older, information from past lives. And now you wait 30 years. It's a consciousness that's been dormant for 30 years, just thinking, I don't know what it would be doing, but it's doing something. And then you wake it up. That's not a baby mentally, consciously. I don't think it is. I don't know what it is. It's weird. It raises so many questions now.
This was recorded at my house. Today is the 4th of September, 2025, St. Lucie County, Florida. This one's important. I understand if you don't believe in UFOs, that's fine. But I have information here that will prove we are not alone. Look at the flight tracking information you're seeing right now. Watch the aircraft. Watch what happens. I slowed it down for you. This is the original iPhone 14 video with no music, no text, in the public domain. Thank you. It's gotta be too high. I'm not gonna see it. There it is. Look at this.
I turn my head this way, y'all.
Centered. So I'll slow that down for you. Look at this. Whoa, projection's off. It's on. I'll slow it down for you. Centered over the house. Look how I back up. Now watch. Okay. Trickle over. Beautiful. Right on top. Perfect. I'll slow it down for you. Oh, slow it down again. You're turning now. You're really turning now. Beautiful. I'll slow it down again. So now we're going 180. I'll slow it down again. Turn that way. Keep following.
Yo, is this thing going in circles? Yo, is this a transformer? Is that what he's trying to tell us? That we have a transformer up here giving us the projection of an airplane and it's just taking random flight paths. Yo, I mean, if I'm trying to hide something from the people, that's a great way to do it, I guess, right? Have a hologram of a plane and it probably has like speakers or something on there. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think it was just his camera moving in and out of focus? Or was it 8 hexagon shapes producing a hologram plane for us all to see? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Today's 10-second timeout. We're here in Naples, Maine, and we found this beautiful little ecosystem right on the top of a wooden pole. Definitely the fairy realm. Have a beautiful day.
I know you probably seen the story I was telling about me getting booked for a photo shoot and having a real encounter with the devil. I got booked for a photo shoot. They took me all the way up this mountain. I was on top of the mountain. We finished the photo shoot. They have OD cars. They got a 3-seater McLaren. They got a Ferrari. And I'm asking them, like, how y'all get all this money? How y'all do this? They like, we do demonic rituals. I'm laughing. I'm like, no, you don't, bro. I'm like, how you get this money? Don't put me on. I'm trying to get like y'all. Like, no, we do demonic rituals. I say, so what type of demonic ritual? He say, the Illuminati never talked to you. I'm laughing. I'm still laughing at him. Like, bro, you playing a game. Like, why y'all playing with me? Stop playing. Like, how y'all getting this money? He like, bro, no, for real. Leonardo DiCaprio do all the initiation. I'm like, what? I'm like, who is that? What is you talking about, gang? He was like, he giving me a list of people who all did it. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. He was basically saying either you let them peg you or you do oral and you'll get whatever you want. Tell them what you want. If you want to be the next big actress, next big whoever, I can take you to somebody. And all you gotta let them do is just do what they want to do to you. Just for a night. Do some gay, basically do some gay. That's what he was telling me. I'm like, hell no, you playing, gang. You playing. So I'm still not trying to believe this. And he like, this when they get to laughing, they like, oh, we need to take him to the booty club. Stop playing with me, bro. He like, bro, I can make it happen. Now, while they doing all this, I'm trying to call my Uber. We on top of the mountain though. So I don't got no service. So I'm like, all right, I see which one needs to work on me. They take off. The people who booked me, they take off. Like I tell them, I'm like, all right, y'all can take me to y'all Korean barbecue. And I'm telling them this because they were telling me, they was like, when I start calling my Uber, my flight was finna take off. So they was like, man, your flight finna take off anyway. Let us just get you a hotel and you can come get some food at our Korean barbecue. I'm like, at first I was like, nah. So I'm telling them, take me down to the bottom of the mountain. When I'm not telling them this, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna let them take me to the Korean barbecue. Then when we get down there, I'm just call me an Uber and go. So I tell them, I'm like, take me down to the Korean barbecue. They're like, okay, smooth, good, okay, boom. The people who booked me left. After they leave, I'm in the car with the other dude that they called up to have a photo shoot with me or take pictures, because he come up and he like to take pictures with celebrities to make him look like he was rich or famous. I get in the car with him in the 3-seater McLaren. This man, as we going down, see, on the way up, we go all the way up, like in a swivel, like all the way around the mountain. On the way down, we take a right. So he not going the same way that we came up. So I'm like, what the hell? So then that's what I try him. I'm like, okay. I'm like, take me to go get some McDonald's, gang. I'm like, Ishmael, I want to go get some McDonald's. He said, we're not going to take you to get no McDonald's. We spent all this money to get you up here. It's face change, gang. In front of me, it wasn't like OD, like long, like veins, OD long got his face. It was probably about this wide, like face change. I'm like, what the? Like, it's probably about like right here. Like, all I can say, bro, it was like, oh, kind of like the Sandman. It threw me all the way off. So I'm confused now. I'm like, okay. I didn't know how to get out of the car. I would have been got out of the car. We in the 3-seater McLaren, so it's like a button you got to push to get up out of there. He backing in. Now he backing into somebody driveway. He smack a mailbox. So now he hit the button and he get up out of there. He hit the button and get up out of there. I see the button. I'm getting up out of there too. I hit the button. Guess what? It's a mailman come out of nowhere. I run up to him. I'm like, hey, bro, let me get in the back of your truck. He looking at me like, bro, yeah, no. I look at him. I'm like, bro, just let me get in the back of your truck, bro. Like, please, just take me down. Take me down to the bottom. Please, just take me down to the bottom. It was God. He took me down to the bottom. Like, if I were him, I wouldn't have took me down to the bottom. Some random trying to get in the back of my truck. Hell no. He took me down to the bottom, and I called an Uber, and I just left. The whole thing was just, I felt it in my spirit. As soon as I got up to the top of that mountain, it was the fact of how, when I got up there, first of all, that whole mountain just felt funny. Then, when it was time for me to go, it started kicking in. When I was trying to get my Uber, and I seen that they had me at the top of the mountain, no service, no nothing. And they came up here, out of everybody, they came up to the one spot. I'm like, man, hell no. I just want to give my testimony. The reason I'm telling this story is because it comes from me. Like, where I'm from, we don't, I ain't gonna say necessarily believe in the devil, but we don't really pay attention to the devil. Like, it's not big. We trying to get some money and stay out of the way. That's it. Get some money, get fly, stay out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For me to actually see that in my face, I was just, see, what I'm trying to say is this coming from me, bro. If you know me, you know me. If you don't know me, then the people on camera, you ain't got to believe me. I don't care. But if you know me, you know I don't do no capping. I'm not lying. I don't just lie. I don't just talk. I really saw this. That's what made me know that the devil and God was real. But that's what made me start to understand what is the real God. Since the devil real, what is the real God? But within this year and a half, that's what's been getting me closer to God.
So my conspiracy.
Yo, he just confirmed everything Diddy be talking about. Confirmed all that Hollywood stuff. I'm just saying. And this is some guy, I've never heard of this guy before. But it seemed to make sense. And I believe him. 100%. I believe the guy.
So my conspiracy theory is that the reason why all these kids are drinking a whole bunch of milk and why schools give kids milk, first of all, we're not supposed to drink that much milk. But I think that at some point, the cattle industry has gotten so large and there's some type of lobbying or backroom deals that took place where they were like, all right, yo, we got all this extra milk and we need somebody to buy it. So let's come up with studies that determine human people for regular development, they need to drink constant influx of cow milk. That's just, they got to do it because that's how humans should develop. You got to drink this cow milk. Let's come out with studies. Let's come out with commercials. Let's come out with all type of stuff to convince people that they need milk. Let's make all the school districts buy milk. And we're going to give these kids milk because somebody just had a surplus of milk because of all the cows and stuff like that were being bred. That's my conspiracy theory. Ain't no way that these kids supposed to go to school every day and drink a damn carton of milk for every day, years and years and years. And we need milk. We need milk?
No.
I don't believe it. I think it is a long-standing conspiracy, and I think it is born by greed, and we have been tricked. We do not need milk to grow as human people, okay? And majority of the people are allergic to milk. People's stomach be getting all messed up when they drink milk. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's a conspiracy.
Definitely a conspiracy for me as well. I don't believe it either. Although I was one of those chocolate milk drinking children in school. All the way through high school, I used to drink me chocolate milk. I remember my buddies is like, hey man, you better drink this milk. It's protein. Man, look back on it now. Used to be in a bathroom before track practice. Crazy.
Remember how I said earlier in this speech that the farmers need to give up their farms before 2030, specifically that year? Yeah, so that's not a coincidence. That year doesn't come out of nowhere. So that year is basically the deadline that our global elites have given our country and will probably give you to abide by these new regulations.
Anybody follow Dr. Malachi Z. York and his Nuwabian teachings? If you have, and you'll look at his timeline of events, he has, what did he call them? The Seven Thunders, I believe. And the last one was that the world as we know it would end in the year 2030. There's something special. I don't know if the word special is the right word, but there's something going on with the year 2030.
And that agenda is called the 2030 Agenda.
So what is the 2030 Agenda? The 2030 Agenda is a big plan by the United Nations that talks about ending world hunger and protecting the planet. But when you really dive into it deeper, it's really about how governments and big companies have more control over how food is grown and who gets to grow it. Why don't some people like it? Well, number one, farmer control gets smaller. Instead of grandma growing food in her backyard, big corporations get to decide how food should be grown. Another reason people don't like it is because of its dependence on technology. It encourages smart farming and genetically modified seeds. That means farmers might have to depend on lab seeds instead of naturally grown seeds that have been passed down for generations.
They already do that. Look up Terminator seeds.
And one final reason is that it's just less freedom. When big groups control food systems, regular people like us lose our independence. When you don't have your own, you have to depend on what's sold, even if it's low quality or chemically driven or even expensive. All in all, instead of teaching people how to be more self-reliant, it teaches them to be more dependent.
A conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in.
Instant petrification. It's the same tech used to make artificial stone today, except this happened on a global scale during the mud flood. Fossils aren't dead, they're dormant, and the system doesn't want you near them. Mythology speaks of titans, beings of immense scale who walked before the age of man, because if we remember what we're standing on, we remember what they killed to make room for us. Flood wasn't just about Tartaria, it was about wiping the past completely. It was a mass extinction, not just of people, but of giants, gods, original beings, and organic tech. Everything too big, too ancient, too free, collapsed under the weight of a sound that shook the Earth's bones. Then they buried it, rewrote the map, taught us we evolved from monkeys and that the bones in the ground are prehistoric lizards. No, they were witnesses and they were silenced in stone. And when the resonance wave hit, the energy hit them too. It calcified their cells, turned blood to mineral, flesh to rock, that now we walk on their backs, build cities on their chests, mine stone from their skulls. The Earth's terrain is not just rock and dirt, it's biological ruin. Some hills bleed iron when cracked, like oxidized blood. Some stones release smells, decay, rot, ammonia, when split. That's not geology, that's decomposition. But we're taught to call it natural, to pave over it, to never ask what mountain that used to be. But some of them, they're still here. You can feel them when you touch the rock, and they remember. After the mud flood, the world was empty, cities with no people, buildings with no owners. Infrastructure intact, but lifeless. Then came the orphans, thousands of them, shipped across continents on trains, alone, silent, reassigned. But who were they? Where did they come from? No parents, no records, no past, just children seeded into the ruins. And here's the horror. These weren't just orphans, they were replacements.
That's a huge conspiracy theory, and I believe it. You know, I just want to put the pieces to the puzzle together, though, right? With the flood, because one thing that I always question is about the people, right? If there was a flood, and if this flood was across the whole realm at the same time, and it wiped out all of the people, all of the inhabitants, all of the old ones, right? Where did the new ones come from? You get what I'm saying? Were these survivors of the flood, or were they placed here? You know, so these are things that I question about the flood. I know that there are multiple floods recorded, right? What if these floods are isolated in different areas? Say they flooded the Americas, right? And when they flooded the Americas, when the flood was done, they brought people from Europe or from somewhere else over here. And these were the new people, you know, like the orphans or whatever. What if they took these children from the people of Europe? We already know what Europe was going through, some dark times, and they brought those children over here. And those were the new inhabitants of America. Maybe that's why all of these older generations of men and women are able to do so much so well, build houses and just do things differently than the generations now can do, right? I don't know. It's questions like that that mess with my reality.
So there's this place in Italy called Palazzo Farnese, and it has this hall of maps that leads to a room of maps. And there's this amazing map of Africa, and let's have a quick closer look at one part of it, because there's all these islands that I don't recognize. And it's also got a map of Judea and Italy. We can have a closer look at them too. That one is Judea, and this one, this slightly dark one, is Italy. And they look pretty close. But then there's this world map, and whoa, this gets really interesting. So we'll have a close look. There's this island in the Pacific that I don't recognize. The way they've portrayed the Amazon is out there. And then there's this island where you expect Atlantis to be. Look at that.
Did y'all see Antarctica as well? That was land.
Mr. President, this is a photograph of the alien from the movie Alien. This is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries.
Whoa.
Now, let me tell you what I'm talking about. In late August, the FDA found that raw frozen shrimp from Indonesia was being sold in Walmart. Specifically in Walmart stores in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, and West Virginia.
Woo! Illinois, we made it, baby. We made the cut. We ain't gonna be turning into no aliens. Y'all can have y'all seafood boils still. I'm just kidding. Y'all shouldn't be eating those anyway.
It was being sold under the Walmart label called the Great Value label. If you eat it, how could you end up looking like the alien in the Alien? Because the shrimp was radioactive. I kid you not. It had a radioactive isotope in it called cesium-137. It'll kill you. Even if it doesn't turn you into the alien if you eat this stuff, I guarantee you'll grow an extra ear. That was bad enough. Obviously, the FDA issued a recall. A few days later, it happened again. The FDA and NOAA, which I'll talk about in a second, found that there were 26,460 packages of shrimp cocktail and 18,000 bags of frozen cooked shrimp being sold once again at Walmart and at Kroger's throughout the United States, containing the same radioactive isotope. How could this happen in America? This is unconscionable. I'll tell you how. Because that shrimp from other countries, which don't abide by the same rules that we abide by in America, which if you eat it will may turn you into the alien, and at a minimum will cause you to grow an extra ear. It's not being inspected. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be inspected by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. We call it NOAA. It's part of the Department of Commerce. And yes, they're inspecting some of it, about 1%. On a good day, 2%. The United Kingdom inspects 50% of the foreign seafood coming into its nation. Even China does a better job than the United States of America. This is unconscionable.
Yo, they trying to turn us into Alien. But that is crazy that you can see a picture of Alien like that at Congress and they're saying you could turn into this. What if we start seeing little people like that, yo? What are we going to do? I don't know, man. That's crazy. Or are they just trying to put some things into our mind so that we have these images, right, of what alien is? So then when we have this disclosure and we see these aliens, we already have it in our mind that they're going to be here. Like programming us in a way.
As hard as the parasites tried to remove all traces from the past, remnants of it can still be found everywhere. including its free energy ether harnessing technology. Airships were not the only reason they needed to white out the skies from the photos of our past. If anyone can translate, this is from Russia.
Как красиво! Прям фантастика какая-то. Обалдеть! Да правда. А, стоит, а там вот эти облака, да. А это так стоит. Видишь, столб какой-то стоит прям. Да? Да. Облаками им пролетают, это смотри, правда. Охренеть. Господи, вот это да. Чудо какое, да? Во, в какое мы чудо с тобой попали, Вер.
That is crazy looking though, isn't it?
Видно, ты посмотри.
Beamed straight up, an invisible beam, a frequency from the church. You know, I think the Christ sign or symbol, the cross, I said the Christ sign, the cross is a sign for energy, like a sign for sine wave or something like that. I think because you see it at the top of all of these, you know, buildings, and you see people holding it and up like this. And I just feel like it had something to do with free energy. I don't know. Wait, what's this say? Are you having arrestable thoughts? Arrestable thoughts? Thought monitoring technology has been installed in this area. Prohibited thoughts are punishable. Yo. That right there trips me out. Punishable by the court of law? You can't even think nothing, right? Imagine if you don't like your president, right? And you having a thought about him. And he's like, aha, gotcha. Lock him up. I didn't like that either. Give him 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can read your thoughts, people. They've been doing it. I think the phones are able to read our thoughts. I think our thoughts are frequencies. And when we think certain things, they release as frequencies, numbers, right? And whoever is at the helm of the technology knows that, and they've created these devices to be able to pick up on our frequencies and kind of sort them out, put them in different files and folders. And now when you think a certain way, it gets put in this file, and there's only an X amount of things in this file that you could be thinking about. So therefore, we're going to narrow it down. What are you around? What's making you think like this? We have your location now on your phone as well. We know what apps you've been choosing. We know what you've looked at. So therefore, we see that when this frequency emits from you and it gets put in this folder, we know exactly what you're thinking about. Isn't that crazy? Well, we're living in crazy times, people, where you can't eat shrimp or else you'll turn into one. You can't think anything because they know what you're thinking. I don't know what to say anymore because they probably already know what's about to come out my mouth. Yo, it's crazy out here, man. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on. And until next time, YouTube, peace.